Chelsea, Will. Disgraceful. I tweeted it last night, like a disgrace. You see me? Disgraceful. I was so angry with them. Obviously, I thought, look, give Man United a game, so Liverpool and Man United go to the final game of the season to fight for that top 4. But you look at their starting 11 and their bench. I mean, I looked at their bench, and just their bench alone costs more than most teams in the top 10. It's ridiculous. And I just openly said, look, I know people will take digs at Frank Lampard, and we clearly know he's not a good manager, but surely it does come down to the players. And those players have just decided to go on holiday. They've down tools, decided to go on holiday, don't care.
Yeah, but what is Frank Lampard's most important job as a manager, and why was he heralded as such a success?
Because he can somehow motivate them, and just nonsense.
The guy, as we've seen time and time again, when he goes up against great coaches, is not a tactical mastermind, is not a guy who will outwit you necessarily, but that Everton team, when they did stay up against all odds last season, what they did do was outworked people, particularly at home. This guy's meant to have Chelsea bleeding
DNA
blue through his veins. He's meant to be, only John Terry and maybe Kerry Dixon. There's very few people who are more Chelsea than Frank Lampard, and he can't get a song out of this team. And, he made some excuses a little while ago and kind of said, this team was already too broken before I got here. The culture is wrong. It needs a proper reassessment.
What was his remit? Like, what was he sent in there to do? Obviously, he failed completely, miserably. But I don't understand, what was his job?
I mean, his job was to try and have a respectable end to the season. Was, I guess, also finding out, like, I didn't understand this when it wasn't the Man United game, but their previous game. He's playing a bunch of players who aren't going to be there next season.
I remember we said this, like Azpilicueta was playing.
Azpilicueta started again against United.
Why is he there?
That guy's not going to be there.
Yeah.
Let's see what that squad have got. I mean, I don't think Lampard's going to be there either, so it's likely to be Pochettino. It seems like it's a done deal, barring some kind of surprise last-minute thing. But I would have suggested that if I'm Pochettino, I'd be maybe having conversations with Frank Lampard now, going, look, I know it's a bit awkward, but you are Chelsea.
I wouldn't be shocked if that's already happened. By the way,
start, starting these guys that I'm going to have to be playing next year. I feel like Chelsea can bounce back because I like Pochettino a lot, because they've clearly got talent there. They will need to invest again, and they'll need to get some players out. They need to pick which 3 of the 8.
I don't think he can bounce back. I don't think they can bounce back next season. I'm not as confident as you are that they can do anything next season. I think
Chelsea can finish top 4 next season.
Mate.
So
remember, there's Arsenal, Man City, United, Newcastle, Liverpool. Chelsea need the biggest rebuild job of all.
No Spurs?
Sorry. Who don't have a manager themselves, who are trying to find a manager. I'll be surprised, but no. I mean, look, 600 million over 2 seasons in, what are they, 12th? They've won the same amount of games as Bournemouth and West Ham. Chelsea Football Club.
It's incredibly poor. And, we were joking about it not so long ago, but they are a team who, at one point, was like, well, how many points do they still need to survive relegation?
It got to that, didn't it?
It really did. So, there will be people who do not feel particularly positively about Chelsea, whether it be because of the way they invested and spent money, and the same way that people feel it about Man City, whether it's because, they're a London club and London clubs all like to hate each other. There'll be a lot of people who'll be revelling in Chelsea not being very good at the moment. You're right, it's every chance it could take a while to come back. I don't know, I'm just not...
But they have... No, you're right. They have the resources and the players, and obviously will be announced very, very soon, the manager, to make those changes.